Hey everyone, Mango70 here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7. And today we're going to do an analysis sort of thing, I can guess. You want to call it that. This was posted by Hayeri0609 on to Reddit. And this is the old one. We'll look at the new one in a second. And it's just the top 100 arena defense statistics. A lot of people are talking about the ML units, how they're pushing out too much power level through them, how they're trying to monetize pay-to-win packs so much with Mystic packs. There's so much controversy going around that I thought I'd take a look at some real-world examples and see if it actually is, and take a opinion based on that, I guess you can call it. So the first thing we're looking at is before the Mystic packs were summoned. These were the Asian top 100 arena defenses, and I'm not sure about the North American ones. I don't have the statistics for that, but this is what it looked like before. So let's take a look at this first. This was about around the time ML Araminta was literally just released. So we had a 50% plus meta of DN. So that means 50% plus of the teams had DN in them. And then there's Clury, ML Ken, Carmen, and Cartuja. And we can see Clury got nerfed. And Clury was the only unit in here that is anywhere near free to play outside of a couple we'll talk about in a second. But we can see this 25 to 50 had these here. So there's one ML5 here, there's one ML4, and there's one ML4, also known as two ML4s. And then we have 10 to 24 range. We have Crow, Kayron, Vildred, and this is when Cleave teams were doing pretty well. We have Shadow Rose and ML4. We have Ruel and ML5. We have Angelica, a good old 4-star. And then the smaller portion, we'll look at 5 to 9 here. We've got another ML5, Luna, Judith, a 3-star, which is handy. Rose, another booster. We have Purgus, we have Axe God, Acades. So basically a mix of boosters and cleavers in this tier with a couple standalone sort of tankers, which is the SS Acades, which is the Purgus, and which is the Destina here. So yeah, that's about it. There's the rest here, but I don't really count these ones. Only 1 to 4%. It's just not worth counting those. So that is what it looked like before. And as for whether or not this is healthy, honestly, if DN wasn't here, it would be. And DN was a limited, so that's another problem to begin with. I like the spread. There's a mix of 3-stars and 4-stars. If you only had the 3-stars and 4-stars, you could maybe make a team. Like you could maybe make a team with Judith here and Ruzit or something like that. There's also Clury. You could make a tanker team. Even with ML4s, if you were lucky enough to get those, or Angelica, you could probably find a team that worked. And during this phase of the game, I was able to find a team that worked. I had plenty of top 100 arena defenses I can make. Maybe not the best because I didn't have Carmen, I didn't have ML Ken or something like that, but I could make a good amount of them. And then we flash forward to now. This is Asia top 100 arena defenses, again prepared by Harry0609. Please keep these up, by the way. These are awesome. So let's take a look at how healthy this meta is. ML Araminta, ML Ruel, ML Carmen, and ML Balin Cezanne. So that means before we even got the pay-to-win packs, we are seeing a 30% or higher. I'm not sure what the actual number is, but 30% or higher teams having Balin Cezanne, and that is not so. And not only that, but they share with 2 other ML5s, and then Carmen as well. And if we look at tier 2, we see DN down to over 10%, and I think that puts DN at 24%, I think I read. And then we have a mix of everything. Kayron, somebody who survives the initial burn. We have Purgus, who counters the AoE damage dealers of Araminta and stuff like that. We have Hirado, who does Hirado things. Hirado's like one of the most ridiculously good characters right now, just because of his place in the meta, countering stuff. We have a Righteous Thief Ruzit, the only really accessible character here, to be honest. And you could say Hirado's accessible, but I don't have Hirado. I don't have Hirado. So I couldn't make that. And then we look at the more than 5%, so anything under 10% here. We've got Clury still, which is kind of surprising. We have Shadow Rose, another couple ML4s. We have Sid, Dark Corvus, ML Vildred. We can see there really isn't anything anymore, right? Like it's the set amount of units and that's it. In over 10%, we have 1, 2, 3 ML5s, I believe. 4 ML5s. We have 1, 2, 3 ML4s, 1 ML3, and then we have 1 limited unit, and then we're stuck with 1, 2 5-stars, and 1 3-star. So, 0 basically variation whatsoever by the looks of it. And if we look at here, there was a good amount, like 5 to 9, 10 to 24, 25 to 50. There was a good amount of spread here, but here, just not so much. So whether or not this is healthy is debatable. What we're gonna do now is go on to Arena for our server for global and check out the top 100, see what it looks like here, and see if I can make something. This is coming from somebody who has whaled a great deal, but has not been lucky in their whaling. So we'll see if somebody like me can make a top 100 unit, and then picture if it's okay that I may or may not be able to make something. So let's get into the game here, guys. I swear this isn't foreshadowing, by the way, but let's take a look at the top 100. So we've got ranking. We can go to total ranking here. So these are the top 100 teams. I'm just going to load them up really quick so we don't have to do this after. Let's just load up to 100. And see how many of the top 100 teams I can make here. So starting at the top, I have 0 of 4 of the first team. I have 2 of 4 of the second. I have 0 of 4. I have 2 of 4. I have, like, look at this. They're all, and the packs aren't even out yet. So let's just scroll through. I'm just going to talk to myself while we try to figure out if I can make any of these teams or even get close to them. This is honestly the closest I can get so far. Assassin Cartuja, DN, Cecilia. I do love that team. I don't have Carmen though, and that's a big problem. So what else can we make here? We can see a lot of variation, right? Like this team here has Cartuja in their first slot. This one has it in their second. This one has it in their second there too. Sometimes Bale and Cezanne is on the left side. Sometimes he's on the right side. Just huge amount of variation. Still am not able to make any of these. Nope, can't make that one. See, look at this guy right here. This guy, this is why this guy is 25th, and these guys are 26, 26, 28, and 29. This guy put ML Ken in his second slot. No. That's the way you do it. Not like this. This guy right here, all in the first spot. This is why he's one ahead of you. It's just because of that. So obviously, I'm not going to be able to make anything here. I don't have Shadow Rose, don't have Ruel. And it's kind of scary to me. It's kind of scary that I, somebody who has spent this much time and this much money on this game, can't make anything that's even close to being able to compete. And this is just the top 100, you might say that, but I bet you anything if we delve into like the top 300, it's exactly the same. Like, look how many people have Bale and Cezanne, and the reason why they're in the top 100, a lot of them, is because they got boosted from Bale and Cezanne. And once we hit, what day is it today? The 28th. Once we hit the 1st, it's gonna jump up, and we can look at this again then, and we'll see a huge amount of Bale and Cezanne's. So here's one that's kind of doable. It's got 4 5-stars. I just don't have Charles or Crow, but I'm seeing Cecilia and Destina come up a lot, so maybe those are people I can try to make this work with. Here's another one. Okay, I can actually make this team. This is the first team I can make. We've got Righteous Thief, Ruzid, DN, Artuja, and Cecilia, so I can actually make a top 100 team so far. I'm not sure how long this person is going to be there because he's going to just get pushed back so hard without the MLs, but that is one. That's more than I was able to make last time. Okay, so you get the picture here, right? Like, it's just not really in a good spot, and I'm not sure what they can do about it at this point. Like, there's an entire meta dominated by this type of unit, and I don't know how to fix it, or if they want to fix it, if they think it's a problem. And it makes PvP just kind of unfun for me. So let's just do a refresh here. I should have beat that person, but I autoed it and thought I could auto a Destina. But refreshing, and I'm only at 4,435. So in my stage, you can pretty much see there's not much. Usually I actually see a lot of ML Aramintas, but this is actually healthy. Like, this looks somewhat healthy. It's all booster teams, I think. So I think there's a point the booster teams just start to get wrecked, because there's Shuri here, Shadow Rose here, Judith here, Celeste here. Yeah. So they're all booster teams here. And if you see my battle log, we can see who I've been fighting against. A lot of NPCs apparently. But yeah, that's about all I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to show you guys like the reality of the top 100 if you haven't actually looked at it. And let me know in the comments if you think this is okay. This is one of the reasons why I'm kind of what's the right word? Nice line there. I'm kind of sad they pushed out all that money through Mystic Packs and monetized them so much, but I kind of guessed they would, and it makes sense that they did because they make them so much money. But it just I don't know how good it is for the longevity of the game is all I'm trying to say. Also, let's do a summon because you guys like summons. I'm also one away from my Bale and Suzanne here. So yeah, that's about all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.